Hi, Sasha here. Again, it's one of the sessions from the Move Better, Feel Better. This one is for the neck. So I'm doing this seated. You can do it standing up if you wish. Seated gives you the option to be able to hold the chair a little for some of the stretches and some of the moves. But you can still do these standing. The choice is yours. So here we go. We'll start with some rotations of the neck. So we sit nice and comfortably. We want to sit up tall. We can use the back of the chair to support us if we wish. So we're going to turn the head to one side and then back to center. We can use the breath for this. Exhale away from the center and inhale back to the center. But we're looking, keep the crown of the head lifted and let the head turn. It's not about forcing the neck, we're just seeing where it will go. And center, a little bit of drawing the chin back, so a tiny bit, like we're trying to make the crown of the head get a little bit higher just before we go into the turn. Rotate, center, make sure that chin's slightly retracted, and turn. So we're trying to keep the back of the neck lengthened. Center. This next time, we're going to go into the rotation to the side and we're going to pause, because from there we're going to turn this into a lateral neck stretch. So you've turned the head, and then the side that you've turned to, you're going to let that ear, as if it wants to drop towards the shoulder, so it brings the gaze forwards. And then we're going to scoop back into that rotation. We're going to do that twice more. So we're in the rotation, and then we're gently going to roll the head so that the ear points towards the shoulder. And then we roll again, so we look over the shoulder. Last one, we're going to roll the head so the ear is over the shoulder. Rotate again. Inhale the head back to the center. And then we get swap sides. So we turn the head. We've got that rotation, a little bit of chin tuck. And then the side that you're looking at, it's that ear that you allow to drop towards the shoulder. So it gives us a lateral stretch, and then we turn the head back into that rotation. Remember, any work with the neck, if you get any sensory disturbances or it just doesn't feel right. Was that number 2? I think it was. You know me, not very good at counting. One more. Yeah. Decrease the range. Or miss the move out. And then come back to center. So that was our rotation with lateral. So flexion and extension. So for that flexion, we're going to lift through the crown of the head, and then imagine the base of the skull. You're trying to get the base of the skull to go higher. So we'll get that slight tipping forwards. So we're really lengthening through the back of the neck. And gently let that release. And that extension. We're going to lift the chin forwards and upwards. Now here you can place the hands just above the clavicle and gently push down on the skin so it increases that stretch. Try to keep the mouth closed, pushing the chin forwards and upwards. Nice stretch from the chin all the way down into the clavicles. And release. Again, a little chin tuck. And then pushing the back of the skull upwards. Release. We're going to lift through that chin again. We can place the fingers onto just above the clavicles. The chin forwards and upwards. And release. Right, I'll turn sideways. We'll go once more. So from here, is the hands. So that little chin tuck, and then imagine trying to get the base of the skull to go high. It's like we're trying to push the base of the skull upwards. So it will tip the head forwards, but it's creating length at the back of it rather than just letting the head fall forward. So we want this lifting through the base of the skull upwards, and let that release. Again, we'll hold just above the clavicles and lift the chin forwards and up, stretch through the front of the neck. And then gently release. So our next one. The next one, we're going to do we're going to go back, blah, 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 blah. We're going to go back to the rotation and the lateral. But it's what we're going to do here. You're going to hold the chair. So you can either hold the seat that you're on or the chair leg. So we're going to, if we turn in the head to let me get worked out, to the left, you're going to hold the right side. We hold, we're going to rotate, and then we're going to do that lateral again. Oh, now this shoulder can't move, we're holding. Again, we're going to go 3 times. So we turn the head back into the rotation, little chin tuck, and again scoop that ear down into that lateral stretch. Oh dear me, a nice big stretch. Getting back into the rotation. Last one, little chin tuck, scooping the ear towards the shoulder. Back into the rotation. Oh, and release. So we get to swap sides. So you can hold the chair leg, the bottom of the chair, whatever works, whatever works. So we hold, so it's just so we'll keep that shoulder down. And we go into that rotation. So we turn, little chin tuck. And then when we're there, we're going to scoop that ear towards the shoulder into that lateral stretch. Take it back to the rotation. Remember to breathe freely. Don't hold your breath with these again. Scoop the ear. Back into the rotation. Yeah, this was the last one. And back into that rotation. Find center and release. Oh. So now we have slides, next slides. So with these, if we place the hands across the base of the clavicles, or the base of the collarbone, and here, we're going to slide the head forward, like we're bringing the chin forwards. And then we're going to take the chin back. Like we're trying to push the crown of the head higher, and we slide the chin forwards and bring the head back. We're trying to keep here the breastbone as still as possible. We slide it forwards and back. Really emphasize the back. Most of us are pretty good at the forward one, so most of us can do that one quite easily. It's this one that is often more challenging, that going back. Imagine you're lifting through the base of the skull. Imagine you're lifting through the crown of the head. Just sliding forwards and back. One more forwards, one more back. Little release. So here, now again, we're going to support over the clavicle just so we feel that part stays still. Now, these are side to side. Imagine that you're going to push to the side through the cheek, through that upper part of the cheek. So you're going to go out to the side and center. This is one, it makes you gurn a little bit, makes you pull faces, and to the other side and center. Out to the side center, to the other side, and center. This one is quite challenging. Sometimes less is more. So we're trying to keep the head as upright as possible because it's not about twist it, you know, tipping the head laterally. We're trying to get this slide. And you might find that you're better one way than the other, trying to keep the body as still as possible. I can see I'm moving a little, but then working on trying to keep the body still and the head as upright as possible. Just one more each side. And release. Our final move. I'm going to do figure of 8. We're going to imagine that we're drawing a sideways figure of 8 with our nose in front of us. You can support the clavicle. It helps sometimes just to know that you're keeping the body fairly still. So here we go. We're going to do that figure of 8, sideways figure of 8 with the nose. Just get that movement going to start with. Once you feel, yeah, I can get that, and see if you can increase the range so that figure of 8 kind of gets a little bit of an arc to it where it comes through the side, across the front and round to the side. The neck might be giving you quite a lot of feedback. Again, you don't want any sensory disturbances or any kind of strange sensations. And then we're going to make this as small as we can. And that changes the sound completely. Now, we just let that find kind of its own natural size, because we want to change direction. Now, a good place to change direction is somewhere on those, you know, there's a cross in the middle of that 8. Somewhere along that line where it crosses over, just reverse. To the end of the cross, stop and go back. So then we're going the opposite way. And get that movement going. And then let the range increase. And then we're going to bring that range back in nice and small. A couple of repetitions to bring you into that small figure of 8, sideways figure of 8 in front of you. And let it get smaller and smaller until it stops. Shoulder shrugs. Give yourself a pat on the back. Well done. That's this session. This is the next session. I hope to see you on the next session. Thank you.